Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? This is Big L, driving around Winsville, Missouri. Hey, real quick, yesterday, we were talking about racism on Facebook, and got into a little debate with one of my friends about it. And today, it's kind of comical to me that yesterday, Kyle Larson, NASCAR driver, got in trouble for while they were broadcasting one of the iRace events like that he was driving in. That if you don't know iRacing, that's basically they all have their own simulators. All the people, different people have racing simulators at their house, and they are all connected together, and they're driving some of these races, like the NASCAR races, Formula One races, I think even dirt track races that they're doing for us, since we don't have live events. So during this broadcast yesterday, he got pissed off that he couldn't talk to one of his guys on the little microphone. I guess he couldn't hear him. So he said something, then he said the N-word. And it's just comical to me that right after we just got done talking about racism and how people have believed that racism don't exist anymore, right after that same day, really, it's just we found out today that happened yesterday. And the funny thing to me is, if you are one to spout off something like that easily on basically a video game, and side note, not like we haven't heard that before, because every time we used to play Call of Duty, you would always hear racism on online games. Like, I would play Call of Duty on PlayStation 4, before that PlayStation 3, and online you get other people from across the globe. And there was actually, I still got a picture of it, there was one team that was called KKK, and the only thing they did was spout racist words all fight long, every fight. They found out you were black or even sounded black, there was just pure racism after that. So, but back to the subject, back to Kyle Larson. People tend to apologize a day later for what they've said or whatever, but if you spout off something like that so easy, it's common to you to say that. It's common that you use that word all the time. In conversation, and with your friends or family or whatnot. And right after he said it, one of the other racers told him that he was live. That everybody, you talking to everybody, man. And on that, your first thing to say is, hey man, you talking to everybody, calm down. Versus calling this guy out for saying what he just said. So that's telling me that it's common for you also to say it, you know what I'm saying? And I know even a lot of black people use the N-word all the time, and in music all the time. And it's almost now like they're trying to water it down because it's everywhere, but it still means the same thing. People still gonna take it the same way. I mean, it's sad, but it's common, and it's so common to say that now that it's trash. It's ridiculous. But whenever someone uses a word like that, you ought to lose all your endorsements, everything. It's too common for you in your life to say that. And really, when anybody tells me they don't believe racism exists, or they don't think it's on the scale that it's on, it's nationwide and it's deeply rooted. But if you can truly admit this, you ain't gotta say it out loud, you ain't gotta put it on a text or nothing like that, but truly admit there are people that are your friends, that are people in your circle, there are people that are your family members, that whenever you get into a gathering with everybody, I guarantee you that one of them says something racist, and I guarantee it might be a joke, it might be, just in general, there might just be conversation about stuff. And if you let it go, don't say anything about it, laugh at it, you're just as bad as they are. And if you can really admit that goes on, then racism exists. You're just lying to yourself. And a lot of people are lying to you. If you can't look at what's going on and what has been going on the last really 10 years in this country, about black people being killed so easily over nothing. I saw a video, one young kid got killed because he was stealing a pop and a candy bar from a little convenience store, and as he was running away, the cops shot him 17 times in his back. Running away with a pop and a candy bar. So you mean to tell me that a life to you is worth no more than $2.50, somewhere around in there? Or the incident that happened to the little kid in Cleveland a couple years ago. As soon as the cop didn't even open his door good before he was shooting this kid. And yes, the kid had there was an airsoft gun, looked like a assault rifle. I get that, but he didn't point it at you. He didn't, you did not really honestly feel a threat that your life was in danger right now, because my thinking is, if that kid was gonna shoot y'all, he would have lit y'all car up as y'all were driving up. He wouldn't have waited until you got out the car. That's just me. But for folks to believe racism doesn't exist, to me, it's absolute crazy, or what would somebody say, it's astonishing. But it's every day, and we're black people are at fault for the N-word as much as it's being used. We are at fault for that. But just because black people use it, or you hear a song for black folks, don't mean, well, how come I can't use it? I should be able to use it. Why do you want to use the word that bad? And then secondly, like I said before, for Kyle Larson to use that word so easily and just being mad about something, you use that word all the time. Just like I was a fan of the guy that played Kramer in Seinfeld, up until, he had that whole spout where he was on stage and someone was heckling him, and he got pissed off and just started using the N-word, said some of everything else, cussing this man out. And it's like, come on, it's too easy for you to say these words when you're pissed off or mad, for you to try to tell me you don't use it all the time, and it's not commonplace in your language to use those words when you're around your family members or friends. And for anybody, like I said before, to tell me you don't believe racism exists, and then you can think to yourself, well, dang, my cousin used to say this all the time, or blah, 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 or whenever you're in a picnic or a social gathering with all your people, your family and friends, or you're at somebody's wedding or whatever, and somebody's using that language, and you just laugh it off. You can't tell me that you're so naive that you never heard it before. That's craziness to me also. But there are black people and white people that believe racism doesn't exist. But those people, you're either deaf to what's going on, blind to what's going on, or you're just in an area you've never had to experience something like that. I know I talked to one guy I used to work with, and in a way I can understand how some people can be like they are, because you're only fed a certain thing. Like him, in his area, he grew up around all white people. He's a white guy. School's all white, and the only time he had to deal with anybody black was when somebody was robbing his dad's store, or what he saw on TV in the news. So until he really got around other folks, or started, when he at jobs, whatever, when he's older, and you started dealing with black people, you started, well, not all of them are like that. He's cool. But the back of your mind is still kind of the same. You grew up a certain way, so you're gonna have a certain type of mindset for folks, and that's how they are. So I get that in a way, but once you get old enough, you need to really look at life and see what's going on and realize that not all black people are a certain way. Just like me, I can't say all white people are a certain way, because they're not. It is what it is, and it would be racist of me to, as soon as I walk out the door, to say all white people are this, because they're not. So, I don't know. It's something really that we all have to really think about and take responsibility for. If I'm, blasting music and all you hear is the N-word and every cuss word under the sun, and that's all I play, then I gotta take responsibility for other people saying the N-word too. Just like there's a rapper, what was it, last year or year before, that during the concert he brought a white girl up on stage, and while she was on stage singing the song, she sang the N-word right with the song. Then they had to stop the whole concert and he had to school her about saying the N-word. But you got this word in your song at least 40 times, and you're gonna get mad that this girl got on stage and just rapping your song that she paid for. She paid for the ticket to the concert, and you're gonna get mad at that. You gotta take responsibility for that. You can't get mad about that. It's just, I remember back in the day, I'm 41. I remember back in the day that when music came out, rap music came out, or even rock music or other things, you had an explicit version and you had a clean version. Not like now how the clean version is they just bleep out a bunch of words so you can't really even get into the song because it's, and I'm a cuss, I was, and we were, it's like, what in the world is this? What is this crap? You know what I'm saying? You can't, come on. Why not just make a clean version? Why be so lazy to not do that? Then that way you can market to everybody, you can sell your music to everybody and not have to worry about certain things. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's maybe I'm just getting old, or, as people say, your taste in music changes as you get older because you start thinking that some of this stuff is really crap, but this stuff is really crap. it's honestly just junk now. I don't get it. But people need to change their way of thinking. You gotta change your language, you gotta use more tact. And, this racism thing, man, people wanna get mad, like back in the day when Tiger Woods did his whole thing and you got 14, 15 women around the country that you're messing with, and you want to get mad at him for that, and they want to lose endorsements and all this. And that's his personal life, just being dumb. You know what I'm saying? Young, dumb, and it is what it is. And you learn from stupid things like that. And a lot of people have learned from doing wrong in their relationships. But I don't think he deserved to lose all of his endorsements. But I'm glad he's gained most of those back. But racism? Kyle Larson, yeah, he got suspended from Ganassi Racing, but what are you gonna do after that? It's like another guy, last year said something dumb and they had him go through a little class and then all of a sudden he's back. So racism, you're gonna really just take a class and everything is gonna be good. Now, come on, man. Racism is deeply rooted, and sometimes it's deeply rooted in people as just as much as it's deeply rooted in this country. And people need to realize that. You need to wake up to that because it's everywhere, and it's even in the places we work. It's like the factory I work at. It's funny that they call it a plant. They call these places plants. It's like a plantation. And then you have your overseers, which is all these extra team leaders and supervisors watching over your back to make sure you don't do anything dumb or make sure you don't mess up something. And if you do mess up something, they're quick to take you up front, quick to throw you out, punish you. It's someone pull you to the side right there and want to tell you off and try to punish you. And it's like the same type of system if you think about it as a plantation. They call these places plants. I wonder why. It's funny. I don't know, y'all. Just give y'all something to think about, and hopefully the friend of mine that I was debating this with yesterday, hopefully you think about that, because you can't say that racism don't exist in the exact same day as we're arguing this. Somebody in NASCAR spouts out the N-word real quick so easily and like it's just nonchalant. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. What do you think should be done for people who come out with the last couple of years, even politicians, business owners, everyone coming out with this stuff, saying the wrong things, saying racially motivated things? What do you think should be done to these folks that do that? And what do you think has been done? Nothing. But what should be done? What should this person do? What should Kyle Larson, what should his punishment be for using the N-word? Should it be light? Should it be losing all his endorsements? Should he get fired from his team? You know, what should be done? Y'all let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like this video. Check out my other videos. I'm still working out this technology thing with YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram to try to get all the videos connected. Hopefully pretty soon you'll probably see like pop-ups on these videos. But send me a like, subscribe, hit the notifications. Let me know what's up. All right, y'all. Hope y'all having a blessed day. God bless y'all. And social distancing, man. Make sure y'all not out there acting crazy. Get your mask on, get your gloves on. All right, y'all. Deuces.